Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, everybody, for tuning back in once again for another episode of Logic. Today is Tuesday. A little sore getting out of work, but it's a beautiful day. We are going to discuss the candidate forum from yesterday in Newaygo County. Um, I went over there, got there. There was some other local patriots, of course, but it was some other citizen journalists there. We're going to discuss who. Got to sit next to me, Sean, for my birthday. Yay. um, we're going to talk a little bit about it. Some grassroots protests going on in Lansing. But are they really grassroots? Um, The new Speaker of the House, Matt Hall, is bringing the heat, the HEAT. We're going to discuss what that acronym stands for. And I'll talk about a few things. So thank y'all for tuning in, and hope y'all having a good day. Um, yeah, the candidate forum, I don't have any pictures up right now or any video footage. It is on my Facebook page. Um, I recorded the live streamed it, and it was some local rhinos in there for show. Whenever these events go on, it's gonna be some rhinos showing their face. But got to hang out with Michelle from Michigan Mud Raker. I don't know if y'all familiar with that citizen journalist, but she actually is over out of the Waco area, and she got a Rumble page, YouTube channel, Facebook channel. She does in-depth deep dives and very good journalism, very detailed, and she puts on good presentations as well. So, if you're not familiar with her, check out Michigan Muckraker. Also, Curtis Clark was there from Patriot Approved. Um, it was good to see him. If y'all not familiar with his platform or channel, he has a Rumble page. He's on Facebook and X, but that's Curtis Clark with Patriot Approved. They vet different candidates um, who running for office here in Michigan. Also got to hang out with Patriot Paul. He has a YouTube channel as well. Hasn't been very active the past several months, but looking forward to getting his channel back rolling. And I know how it is, man. We all regular, down to earth, hardworking patriots and citizens. We got life going on. We got work and other obligations. We do this stuff out of our own pocket. We put a lot of time into the research and into our travels and journalism to bring the truth and news to our fellow Michiganders. So if you want to stay up to date with what's going on around Western Michigan, around Michigan in general, deep state, subscribe, tune in. So, yeah, the candidate forum, man. I got to sit next to me, Sean. Well, I was up front. I had my phone set up, sitting next to Michelle from Michigan Muckraker, all all the citizen journalists was up front. Me, Sean, happened to be the only candidate who could make it there in person because District 2, the D2 committee, um, held an open house last night in Muskegon. So Joe Cheller and Jim Runstead had to appear via phone, and um, they answered questions and gave opening speeches and whatnot via phone. So me, Sean, got to sit front and center. I got the footage on my Facebook page if anybody want to see. But like I said, Curtis Patriot Approved will have it on their channel. And I'm sure Michigan Muckraker will have it on her channel as well. Anybody want to see how the candidate forum went? Um, Man, when Sean came in there, she ended up sitting like 5, 6 feet away from me, um, to my like 2 o'clock, and sat down, didn't look at me, didn't look my direction, just stone cold. And she know how I feel about her, and I'm glad she know, because I didn't want to get in no trouble. It was my birthday yesterday. These rhinos, man, they really get up my skin. Um, but the Lord guides me, helps me keep my composure and keep my flesh in check. But yeah, got to sit next to her. Man, you can watch it for yourself. She did pick her new chair, and I want to play a video actually real quick. I haven't got to watch the I haven't got to watch it yet. I want to watch it with y'all. So let me share my screen real quick. We can watch this together. Hopefully the sound and everything works. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. All right. Here we go. This Meshawn Maddox Vice Chair.
Introduce myself. My name is Alfonso. Hello, Michigan Precinct delegates. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Alfonso Wallace. I am a married man. I've been married for 30 years with 3 lovely daughters. I'm a strong supporter of President Trump. I would like to also give you a little background on myself. I'm a real estate developer in Wayne County, Southeast Michigan. I'm also a founder of a nonprofit organization that gives back to the communities. I'm a strong supporter of the president, and I've worked very closely with this team from the first campaign in 2015 to this prior campaign that we were successful in winning in 2024. Most of my work has been done with the National Republican Party. I'm also looking forward to working with the local Michigan GOP party. I'm also looking forward to working with Meshawn, and I feel she is very energetic and she brings a lot to the table for the Michigan GOP, with me as her co-chair. I look forward to bridging all kinds of relationships, bringing in new donors, and growing the tent. I ask you for your support in allowing us to be the next state chair and the co-chair for the great state of Michigan. Looking forward to seeing you in 2025 at the Convention Center. Thank you.
You had a scientific question, you would go to a science.
Okay, so there you have it. Meshawn's vice chair. I have personally never heard of him. I haven't heard much about him. I did have somebody reach out and in an attempt to get us on the phone in a conversation. So I will see how that goes. Few comments on here. I haven't got to even read anything about it. So I'm gonna keep my ears to the ground, let y'all know what I hear. He sound and look like a stand-up candidate, and I've never met him before. So I hope she picked a good vice chair to kind of balance it out, because we know how she is. Anyway, Bill Rowerdick. I don't know if y'all familiar with this guy. Bill Rowerdick. Where has it? Let me share my screen again. Let y'all see this. I don't know if y'all heard of this person. These rabbit holes, man, once you get to digging in them, man, they be endless. So much corruption. So I'm going to read it in case y'all can't. This is a post put out by Unshackled Michigan. Michon plans to appoint Bill Rowerdy to restructure MIGOP. I did read some articles on this guy a couple of weeks ago. I know he committed like one of the biggest frauds in Michigan history. Um, it goes on to say here, Rowerdy's SEC fraud and $285 million leak and terrorism charges imposed pursuant to the Anti-Terrorism and Effective Act of 1996. A few short years after Rowerdy emerged from federal prison, Michon linked up with him to create the Michigan Conservative Coalition. Both misspelled their names on the official law filing for this nonprofit, likely to hide from internet searches. Globalist Atlantic Council board member Ron Weiser as chair of the MIGOP appointed Rowerdy to the budget. Now Michon wants Rowerdy to restructure the MIGOP. What could possibly go wrong? So that's crazy. We're gonna see. We're gonna see um, how this stuff continue to unfold. It's crazy. But anyway, jumping into this other article, uh, got grassroots protest, they calling it. It's funny to me because I don't believe these are grassroots protests. This was an article put out by MERS um, today. It says grassroots activists protest Musk's federal cuts across Michigan. A coalition of grassroots members visited congressional offices across the state to demand action against billionaire Elon Musk's role in the Trump administration as the head of a temporary agency charged with sniffing out alleged government waste and fraud. Who would protest that? Nick Pigeon, a Lansing City Council candidate, attended the protest at Rep. Tom Barrett's Republican out of Charlotte office. He said residents of the district have sent thousands of calls and messages to Barrett's office and have yet to receive a response. I'm satisfied that I at least got to hear a human voice, Pigeon said. He described Musk's access to the Treasury system and other federal departments as having a skeleton and that he has the worst conflicts of interest you could possibly imagine. President Trump appointed Musk, the Tesla CEO, to the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, a department created by Trump to cut federal spending. Since Musk took on the role, DOGE has attempted to cut spending for multiple federal departments and has prompted a federal judge to block him from accessing sensitive information from the Department of Treasury. Michigan Director of Clean Water Action, Sean McBrady, one of the event's organizers, said he didn't feel like the group got a response out of Barrett's office. Now, this is what's funny to me. The Michigan Director of Clean Water Action, Sean McBrady, is one of the event's organizers. He don't like what Elon Musk is doing. He don't like the fact that Musk is sniffing out corruption, cutting unnecessary spending. So he out here, say right here, one of the event's organizers. So these are the type of people that's protesting. That's not grassroots. That's a director of clean water action. One of these water companies who probably screwing the Michigan people over for decades and decades, and he don't like the fact that Musk then turned loose federally. This is why we need the MIDOGE, Michigan Department of Government Efficiency, which, like I highlighted in one of my previous episodes, Matt Hall, the new Speaker of the House, has created a new oversight committee. And The purpose of this oversight committee is to do a lot of the similar things that Doge is doing on a federal level. Um, he got Representative Josh Shriver on several important committees, the Freedom Caucus. We got Steve Kerr. I can't wait to see what he the head of or involved in. And then Jay DeBoyer, he's the chairman. So he got some warriors in the right positions. Matt Hall does to really expose some stuff here in Michigan. But it's funny that they say grassroots protest when this guy is the director of one of these water companies. Who looks like it appears to be. Um, McGreedy goes on to say, I feel like we got a lot of what we've been getting on the phones, which is no position. At such a crucial time like this, we deserve an answer from our member of Congress as to where he stands and whether or not he supports the ongoing work of the Trump administration to illegally dismantle the federal government. Uh, as for the Detroit congressional offices, Christy McGillivray of the Sierra Club said no one was around to hear the group's concerns at U.S. Rep. John James's office, and U.S. Rep. Rashida Tlaib expressed her appreciation and called for even more mass mobilization because of the scale of the threat. The Democrats do not want these books to be opened up. It's hilarious. Ryan Bates of End Gun Violence, Michigan, visited U.S. Rep. Deb Dingle's office, where he said Dingle was willing to work with them to ensure the recent federal spending cuts do not become permanent. Yeah, this is hilarious. The Democrats is going crazy. They hoping that this federal Doge don't take off statewide all over the country. And I know it's gaining some traction here in Michigan. Even if they don't call it MI Doge, uh, this new oversight committee is tasked with a lot of the same stuff. It's going to be exciting. We need to open Jocelyn Benson books and Gretchen Whitmer, Dana Nessel books, but that would really cause a panic in deep state. So yeah, this article is on MERS website. Hilarious, true, but just highlighting that these ain't grassroots activists. These is you all see what it is. All right, so we got another one. This one we're gonna discuss is bipartisan ticket for governor, the governor's race. Now we got um, Eric Nesbitt on the Republican conservative side. I know he's announced. We got I think it's another guy named Anthony Hudson, if I'm remembering correctly, on the Republican conservative side. But we also got Sheriff Chris Swanson on the Democrat side. We got Jocelyn Benson on the Democrat side. And we also have Mike Dugan, who's running as an independent. Now, man, hopefully we get many more candidates on the Republican side, some true candidates that come up that we can choose from. And, you know, I don't know Eric Nesbitt personally. Haven't researched much into him, but what I have gathered, follow the financial connections. There's some things, some sketchy things in there, but I personally haven't dug in myself, so I don't don't take that to the bank or nothing like that. Mike Dugan, no, he claiming to be an independent, but I did a ton of research on him. He supported Biden and Harris hardcore. He's with their policies. He's enforcing them right now in the city of Detroit. He might claim to be an independent to try to gain voters, more voters, but he is definitely a Democrat. You got Chris Swanson. He gained a lot of popularity because of his ghost program. But if you about his ghost program, I think it's about ending human trafficking and stuff like that. If you really about that, how can you support the Democrat Party? How can you be a Democrat if you want to expose this stuff? If you're trying to fight against it. Um, so yeah, um, it's gonna be crazy. We gotta fight hard. We got a lot to do. Um, but this article, it's a short little article, so I'm gonna breeze through it real quick. This was put out a couple days ago, um, by Myers again. A bit of ancient Michigan political history was revisited last week on a story that materialized back in the days of Governor Rick Snyder when the Senate was run by then Majority Leader Randy Richardville and the Democratic Minority Leader was Gretchen Whitmer. Yes, that Gretchen Whitmer. Yeah. The two of them managed what many thought was impossible, finding 20 votes in the Senate to pass the state's contribution to the so-called Grand Bargain to get Detroit out of bankruptcy in 2014. When they counted Senate noses, 12 were picked up by Whitmer. I don't know if that's a typo, if that's how it's supposed to be. And the other 8 by the aforementioned Richardville. And the state's cash was part of the overall package that propelled the Motor City to the comeback status it enjoys today. But around that same time, it was reported that there had been conversations between these two principals toward what would have been the most unusual, yet totally intriguing political move that would have been historic in the state. Over beers, Whitmer and Richardville kicked around the notion that one of them would run for governor and the other would run as lieutenant governor. The back and forth, according to Richardville, went like this. I told her she should run for governor and I would be her lieutenant governor. And she told me, oh no, you run for governor and I would be lieutenant governor. And so it went, and believe it or not, there were a number of huddles on the topic. But in the end, the conclusion was they could never get past their respective political parties. However, the far-fetched notion could theoretically get new life in this current race for governor. What if former Democrat turned independent Mike Duggan picked a Republican as his running mate? Bet Richardville and Whitmer would have a good laugh over that. Missed it by 12 years. So this article is floating around the possibility that Mike Duggan might pick Richardville, the Republican, as his running mate, even more creating an illusion of unity. And mm, mm, mm. It's just so many mind games and psyops being played on the people of the state and on the people of the country. It's just all these people know is how to try to manipulate the voters into supporting their agenda. But we keep fighting. Um, so we got Matt Hall. He highlighted in the video. I couldn't find the footage or the clip, but he said he's bringing the heat, literally HEAT, and the letters stand for Hall's ethical accountability and transparency, or ethics, accountability, and transparency, I believe. Hall's ethics, accountability, and transparency. I think that's the purpose of this oversight committee, is to bring ethics, accountability, and transparency and to government. So um, that video, I think it's on Midwesterner. I think that's where I watched that at. I know the Midwesterner does a lot of his press conferences. Matt Hall's press conferences and stuff. I'm, and when he was talking about the new oversight committee and introduced Jay Du Bois as the chairman, he discussed a lot of other good stuff. And that video is on the Midwesterner. All right, now we got another. We're gonna dig into Brother Pat Colbeck and Brother Bob Cushman's um, X accounts real quick. You know, I like to see what they talking about because Brother Pat Colbeck is Hound Dog, as many of you know. Oh yeah, speaking of him, he messaged me yesterday um, on my birthday, on my personal number. You know, I hadn't heard from him in a few months. I know he'd be busy, but it was nice to get. It was a nice surprise. Um, he just posted about USAID. Says now we have evidence that USAID funded terrorists. Case for treason within Biden administration getting solidified with each passing day. Mm. And he was reposting. Uh-oh. He was reposting a post from Catherine Herridge. She's the one who's been over in Guantanamo doing the reporting on what's been going on there. Emmy-winning investigative journalist. She says looks like USAID supported college tuition for Anwar al-Awlaki, who later became a high-level Al-Qaeda terrorist. I wonder if they funded Hamas too, whatever you call it. They just like a big laundromat for the deep state. Al-Waki falsely claimed he was born in Yemen to secure the financial help via the State Department. He was actually a U.S. citizen born in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Man, that's a whole nother rabbit hole, but Colbeck reposted that. DYK Rockefellers are getting USAID cash, 20 million given to the Rockefeller Philanthropy Advisors so they can give advice to leftist organizations pushing abortions and climate change dribble so they can obtain and spend taxpayer dollars? Boy, oh, look at this. Man, the Anons and the Patriots all across the nation are digging. I love it. Look at it. Oh, my old best friend, Ed McBroom. Not really, y'all know that. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof, says Michigan Senator Ed McBroom in his 2020 election report. This post says, you mean claims like Joe Biden earned a record 81 million votes while campaigning from the basement? Yeah, we demanded forensic audit. We know it was stolen. We ain't got to continue to go over that. Those who know. How many times have you heard Democrats and their media minions make the false assertion that Republicans want to take away Social Security benefits for Americans? Turns out it is yet another example of Democrats accusing Republicans of what they are in fact doing. Over 2.65 million illegal immigrants have Social Security numbers, making them eligible to receive Social Security benefits. In summary, in their treasonous efforts to import voters by opening up our borders to illegal immigrants, Democrats have also expedited the draining of Social Security. Man, boy, accuse your opposition of what you actually doing. That's psychological warfare. That's a prime example of psychological warfare. All right, as you can see, Brother Pat Colbeck being a watchdog, being a bulldog. Let's see what Brother Bob Cushman talking about today. Either one. He said Speaker Johnson is a crime boss. And he got the files to prove it. See, Bob Cushman don't play. He is your favorite investigative journalist's favorite investigative journalist. He provides the receipts, he deep dive. I'm, and this person, he shared a post that said, Speaker Johnson has been a disappointment. He makes promises he doesn't keep. For example, J6 tapes, he's a weak leader that has small laws. Bob Cushman reposted that and provided receipts. Mhm. Here go Brother Bob Cushman reposting some of Pat Colbeck's posts. This one from Pat Colbeck says, well, it took 1.5 years for Wayne County Clerk's Office to respond, but I now have written proof that the election results in Wayne County, Michigan, home of Detroit, are uploaded from local Dominion voting system tabulation files via the internet. These files can be transmitted directly from Dominion ICP tabulators or via local EMS installations. Such connections open the door to electronic subversion of election results and should not be tolerated, especially when Dominion and their apologists seek to prevent any public oversight of data transfers tied to these connections. Here is an extract from the contract between the county and BPRO, now Notebook, to provide election night reporting services. Note, previously I had only been able to obtain surveillance video evidence in support of this assertion. This video can be viewed at provides the link. And I haven't looked at this beforehand, so I'm not sure exactly what it all is. But looks like it's evidence received from Pat Colbeck's um, FOIA request, and I'm gonna go on and repost it and read and look at it because I already know we got to get this news out here. He posted it 7 hours ago. Already got 17,000 views. He's a citizen journalist too. He a warrior for God, patriot, Bob Cushman, warrior. We out here, man. We out here united like never before, sharing information, spreading news, researching, doing real journalism, bypassing the fake news narrative, getting information to the population. We all need support in many different forms, not just financial. Everybody think of financial and say support, man. We need teams of people, effort, and people willing to put in that hard work. It's a lot of work doing this, man. People don't understand. I've been doing it 5 years now, and it's like a job, part-time job, 20, 50 hours a week. It's a full-time job, really, but you don't get paid for it. Get out of work, you got to research, you got to put together the show, and you got family and other obligations. It's a lot to commit to, but we all love doing it, and it's a vital task, and, duty, and obligation, and responsibility. So, um, oh yeah, the Bible verse of the day, man. I want to start doing that regularly. I get it on my little app on my phone. So I want to start reading and sharing that more. Today's verse is John chapter 5, verse 24. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death into life. Mm. So it's important to hear that word, really hear it, which is spiritual ears. Soak it up. Abide by it. Believe it. Believe it in God. Lean not on your own understanding. Have faith. Pray for the Lord to come into your heart. Prioritize your relationship with God. It will change your life. You will pass from life to death, like they say. Um, God is good. God is good. So that just about wraps it up for today. Just wanted to do a short little segment. You know what I'm saying? Try to do these regularly, at least a half hour, 35, 40 minutes. Try to keep it around a half hour every day after work eventually, you know what I'm saying, throughout the week. But it's gonna take some time to get it ironed out. Tomorrow I got my son here, and he gonna be all in the way. But y'all gotta get used to that. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning back in once again for another episode of Logik's View. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please like, share, subscribe, and drop comments down below. Thank y'all for tuning back in. God bless.